Now let us discuss methods of expressing concentration. Methods of expressing concentration. What is concentration? Concentration means the amount. Here concentration denotes the amount of solute dissolved in the solution. The amount of solute dissolved in the solution, the amount of solute present in the solution. To know how to calculate the amount of solute present in the solution, there are several methods. Few methods now we are going to discuss in this chapter one by one briefly. The first one, mass by mass percentage. Mass by mass percentage. And to calculate this, we have a small formula. Mass by mass percentage of a component. Here component means solute. In most of the cases the component means solute. Mass by mass, W for weight or mass. Mass by mass percentage of a component is equal to mass of the component, otherwise I will write solute. In most of the cases we use this formula to calculate the amount of solute. So mass of the solute by total mass of solution into 100. See, mass by mass percentage of a component or mass by mass percentage of a solute is equal to mass of a solute by total mass of solution. Total mass of solution means mass of solute plus mass of solvent into 100. To understand this formula, let's take one small example. If I say some 10 grams of glucose, 10 grams of glucose dissolved in 90 grams of water to form a glucose solution. 10 grams of glucose dissolved in 90 grams of water to form a glucose solution. Then what is its mass percentage? In such case, mass percentage of mass by mass percentage of glucose is equal to mass of glucose. What is the mass of glucose? 10 grams by total mass of solution. What's the total mass of solution? Solute is 10 grams, solvent water is 90 grams, that is 10 plus 90, that's nothing but 100 into 100. So this 10 plus 90, 100 get cancelled, that is equal to 10%. So its mass by mass percentage of glucose is 10%, or the solution is called 10%. 10% mass by mass glucose solution, right? Next, second method is volume by volume percentage. Volume by volume percentage of a solute is equal to volume of solute by total volume of solution into 100. So very similar formula. Here in the place of mass we have used volume. Mass of solute, volume of solute. Total mass of solution, total volume of solution. That's it. So to understand this formula, let's take one small example. If 10 milliliters of ethyl alcohol C2H5OH dissolved in 90 ml of water to give alcoholic solution, then if you want to find its concentration in terms of volume by volume, then we use this formula. Volume by volume percentage of ethyl alcohol C2H5OH is equal to, what is the volume of ethyl alcohol? 10 ml by what is the total volume of solution? total volume of the solution is 10 ml of ethyl alcohol plus 90 ml of water. Means solute is 10 ml, solvent is 90 ml, total 100 ml into 100 get cancelled, will get 10%. So the solution is called 10% of volume by volume ethyl alcohol solution, alcoholic solution. That's all. So very simple. Here I have taken the values 10, 90 just for easy calculations. You can use some other values also. You will get the respective answer. Right. Next. Okay. Next. Third method is mass by volume. Mass by volume percentage. Mass by volume percentage. Mass by volume percentage of a component or of solute is equal to, here see, mass by volume means mass will be in the numerator, volume will be in the denominator. We have to write mass in the numerator and volume in the denominator. So mass of the component or mass of the solute in the numerator and total volume of solution, it should be written in the denominator into 100. Okay, these are the three methods. See, there is a very similarity in these three methods. The formulas are very similar. So here in mass by mass percentage of the component, mass of the component by total mass of the solution, volume by volume percentage, volume of the component by total volume of the solution. Here mass by volume, this is mass, first one is mass, second one is volume, third one is mass by volume. So mass of the component by total volume of the solution into 100, right? Next method is, fourth method is parts per million. Parts per million. Million means 1 million is equal to how much? 1 million is equal to 10 power 6. 10 power 6 means 10 lakhs. 1 million means 10 lakhs. Right? So parts per million. So to understand this, I'll give a small example. If 10 grams of glucose is dissolved in water, so that we got 10 power 6 grams of glucose solution. What we have done here? So we have dissolved 10 grams of glucose, only 10 grams of glucose, so that to prepare 10 power 6 grams of glucose solution. Means for 10 lakhs grams of glucose solution, only 10 grams of glucose is present. That means for 1 million grams, only 10 grams of present. So in such only 10 grams of glucose is present. That means its concentration is 10 parts per million. 10 parts per million. It is called 10 ppm. 10 parts per million, or you can say 10 grams per million grams. 10 grams per million grams. Now let's see its formula. Parts per million ppm of a component is equal to number of parts of component. You can write number of parts of solute or number of parts of solvent, whatever. Total number of parts of all components of the solution. See here, number of parts of the component by total number of parts of all components of the solution into 10 power 6. Why we are writing 10 power 6? In the previous three cases, we have written 100 into 100. Because those formulae related to percentage. Percentage is for 100. So into 100 we have written. Here it is for million, per million. Million means 10 power 6. So number of parts of component by total number of parts of all the components of the solution. This is ppm. Just before I have given one example that 10 ppm of glucose means 10 ppm of glucose means 10 grams of glucose in 10 power 6 grams of solution. 10 power 6 grams of solution contains only 10 grams of glucose. If I say 1 ppm of sugar, 1 ppm of sugar solution, then it means 1 gram of sugar present in 10 power 6 grams of sugar solution. Right? Next, the most important one, mole fraction. Fifth one, mole fraction. It is represented by the letter xi. Actually it should be pronounced as xi, but most of us call it as x. So for simplicity, for our understandability and easy discussion, I also pronounce it as x. So mole fraction x. What is mole fraction? First let us discuss its formula, then let us try to understand that formula. Mole fraction. Mole fraction of a component, mole fraction of a component is equal to number of moles of the component, number of moles of the component by total number of moles of all components of the solution. See here, mole fraction of a component is equal to number of moles of the component by total number of moles of all the components of the solution. Right? To understand this, let's take one example. In a given solution, some n1 moles of solvent is present. n1 moles of solvent. Usually we take water as solvent, and n2 moles of solute is present. n1 moles of solvent, n2 moles of solute. In my future discussions also, I am going to use the number 1 for solvent and number 2 for solute. So n2 means number of moles of solute. Here for solute I am taking NaCl, I am taking as solute. Right. Now if you want to know what is the mole fraction of solvent, mole fraction of solvent x1, 1 for solvent, no, mole fraction of solvent x1 is equal to number of moles of component, number of moles of solvent is n1 by total number of moles of all components of the solution. What is the total number of moles? Number of moles of solvent as well as number of moles of solute. So number of moles of solvent n1 plus number of moles of solvent n2. So this gives the mole fraction of solvent. Mole fraction of solvent is equal to number of moles of solvent divided by number of moles of solvent plus number of moles of solute. Similarly, if you want to know the mole fraction of solute, mole fraction of solute x2, 2 for solute, number of moles of solute we have to use this time in the numerator, n2 by total number of moles n1 plus n2. So here denominator is same. Denominator is same, that is n1 plus n2, because total number of moles of all components we have to take. But in the numerator we are going to use the number of moles of the component whose mole fraction to be determined. Right. So dear students, now we'll see one small important relation. Here this is x1 is the mole fraction of solvent and x2 is mole fraction of solute. Now let us add these two. Mole fraction of solvent plus mole fraction of solute is equal to n1 by n1 plus n2 plus x2. x2 is n2 by n1 plus n2. Here if you modify this, if you If you observe carefully, here you can see n1 plus n2 and n1 plus n2 is there in the denominator. So n1 plus n2 can be taken as, now if you observe carefully, here n1 plus n2 is there in the denominator in both the cases, but in the numerator n1 is there in the first case and n2 is there in the second case. So if you add these two, we'll get n1 plus n2 by n1 plus n2, that is equal to 1. Get n1 plus n2 get cancelled, that is equal to 1. That means x1 plus x2 is equal to 1. So this is one of the very important relations. Please try to note down. x1 plus x2 is equal to 1 means sum of the mole fractions is equal to 1. Sum of the mole fractions is equal to 1. Mole fraction of solvent plus mole fraction of solute is always becomes equal to unity. Suppose from this you can say x1 plus x2 is equal to 1. Na? So from this x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. Otherwise x2 is equal to 1 minus x1. So these relations are helpful. Whenever you know x1 or x2, the other factor can easily determine. For your better understandability, I am going to take few more examples to understand mole fraction easily. Here in mole fraction, we are using the term number of moles. Number of moles. Actually, this number of moles, the formula for number of moles, you have studied in 11th class. So the formula of number of moles is mass by gram molar mass. Mass by gram molar mass. If you know mass of the component and its gram molar mass, you can easily calculate the number of moles. Let's take few examples. 18 grams of glucose. 18 grams of glucose. And how to calculate the number of moles of glucose? Number of moles of glucose is equal to number of moles of glucose. Number of moles of glucose is equal to mass of the glucose by gram molar mass of glucose. Mass of glucose is given 18 grams and gram molar mass of glucose formula C6H12O6. What is the atomic mass of carbon? Atomic mass of carbon is 12. 12 6 are 72 plus hydrogen atomic mass 1. 12 ones are 12. Oxygen atomic mass 16. 16 6 are 96. So altogether it is 180. So molecular mass, gram molar mass of glucose is 180. 18 by 180. 18 ones are 18 tens are, that is 1 by 10, or that is equal to 0.1. 0.1 mole. So if you know the mass of any component, by knowing its gram molar mass, you can easily calculate the number of moles. This part is very, very important to solve numericals in this lesson. Right. Similarly, if you take, you can take many other examples. And suppose if you take 1.6 grams of methane, 1.6 grams of methane, to find its number of moles of methane is equal to mass of methane is 1.6 grams by gram molar mass of methane, gram molar mass CH4, carbon atomic mass 12, hydrogen atomic mass 1, 4 hydrogens are there, 4 ones are 4, so total 16. That means 1.6 by 16, that is equal to 1s tens, that is 1 by 10, again here 0.1 moles. Similarly, that means if you know mass of any component and its gram molar mass, you can find its number of moles. If you know number of moles, mole fraction can easily be determined. A sixth method is molarity. Molarity. It is represented by the symbol capital M, molarity. So what is molarity? First let us see its definition. The number of moles of solute, the number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. 1 liter of solution. Number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. This is the definition of molarity. Molarity is represented by the letter capital M. This is very important concept. Molarity concept is very important that you have already studied in 11th class. Okay, once again we'll go through this formula and all. Molarity capital M is equal to number of moles by volume of the solution in liters. Volume of the solution in liters. Here this is number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute. Right. Now let us expand this formula. Do you know the formula of number of moles? Formula of number of moles is mass by gram molar mass. Mass by gram molar mass. Here instead of small n number of moles, I am going to substitute mass by gram molar mass. Then molarity capital M becomes equal to mass by gram molar mass into, here instead of n I have written mass by gram molar mass. Here V is there in the denominator, that means 1 by V. Here 1 by V I will write here separately, 1 by V in liters. Or if I take the volume of the solution in milliliters, then this formula changes to molarity is equal to mass by gram molar mass into 1000 by volume of the solution in milliliters. So this is a very important formula that we use many times in solving problems, both in 11th class as well as 10th class. So you please do remember this formula. Molarity is equal to mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute into 1000 by volume of the solution in milliliters. So here sometimes I can also write this molarity is equal to mass of the solute W2 gram molar mass of the solute gram molar mass of the solute M2 into 1000 by volume of the solution in milliliters. Okay, here 2 represents solute, mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute. Mass by gram molar mass is nothing but number of moles. Number of moles of solute N2 is equal to W2 by M2. So this also, so you also can remember this one. Next, to understand this formula, let us take one small example, that some 4 grams of NaOH, 4 grams of NaOH dissolved in 500 ml of water. Then what is the molarity? What is the molarity of the solution? What is the molarity of the solution? Now let's use this formula. What is the formula of molarity? Formula of molarity is M is equal to, here instead of M we can also write C, capital C. Later in the topic osmotic pressure we are going to use C instead of M. Okay. So molarity is equal to mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute into 1000 by volume of the solution. Here mass of the solute, what is the solute here? Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. What is this mass? This mass is 4 grams. So mass is 4 grams and gram molecular mass of solute. M2 means gram molar mass of the solute. So solute is NaOH, its gram molar mass. Let's see how to find its gram molar mass. NaOH. Atomic mass of sodium is 23, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. So 1 sodium, 1 oxygen, 1 hydrogen are there. So their atomic masses I have written. If I add all these 3, I'll get 40. 23 plus 16, 39. 39 plus 1, 40. So gram molar mass of NaOH 40. Mass of NaOH 4 grams. Gram molar mass is 40. Mass by gram molar mass I have written into 1000 by volume of the solution in milliliters. Volume of the solution is given as 500 ml. So by 500 ml. 500 ones, 500 twos. 500 ones, 500 twos here. 4 ones are 4 tens are. then we get 2 by 10 here, 2 by 10, 2 by 10 means 1 by 5, 1 by 5 is equal to 0.2, it is 0.2 molar. So likewise, if you get the mass of the solute and volume of the solution, you can easily determine molarity. Suppose if in any numerical, instead of milliliters, volume of the solution in milliliters, if you get in liters, then you can follow this formula. Then mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute into 1000 will not be there, only volume. If it is 1 liter, in the place of V you will write 1. If it is 2 liters, 2, 3 liters, 3. Then if the volume of the solution is given in terms of milliliters, then only you have to use this formula. But in most of the cases, volume will be given in milliliters only. So you no need to worry about this. So you remember this formula or this formula. Okay. Now the last one, molality. It is represented by the letter small m. It is also one of the important concept. What is the definition of molarity? See here, molarity, that is molality. Molarity is number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Here the definition is almost similar. The number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 kg of solvent. 1 kg of solvent, not solution. So there is a small difference between molarity and molality. In case of molarity, number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter solution. 1 liter solution. Here the number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 kg, 1 kilogram of solvent. Please do remember. Now let's see its formula. Molality small m is equal to number of moles of solute, N2 I can write, because the solute I am going to represent with the digit 2. So N2 by mass of the solvent, W1 in kg. Here W for mass, 1 for solvent. W1 means mass of the solvent in kilograms. If I expand this formula, molality small m is equal to, what is the formula for number of moles? Number of moles formula is mass by gram molar mass. Mass by gram molar mass. Here mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute. Gram molar mass of the solute, capital M2 I will write. Okay. Into 1 by W1 in kilograms. Okay. If you observe the molarity formula and molality formula, you can find a similarity. Here you see molarity is equal to mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute. Here also molarity is equal to mass by gram molar mass. No change. Here 1 by V in liters, volume of the solution in liters, but here 1 by W1 means, W means weight or mass, 1 for solvent, mass of the solvent in kilograms. Next, here in case of molarity, instead of liters, if you want to write in milliliters, we have used 1000 in the numerator. So similarly, instead of kilograms, if you want to write this formula in terms of grams, then this formula changes to molarity is equal to mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute into 1000 by W1 grams in grams. W1 means mass of the solvent in grams, right? To understand this formula better, let us take one small example. I'll write here. Calculate the molality of hydrochloric acid solution in which 3.65 grams of hydrochloric acid dissolved in some 500 grams of water. 500 grams of water. Water means solvent here. Then let's do this. Molality is equal to mass of the solute by gram molar mass of the solute. What is solute here? Here the solute is hydrochloric acid. What is the mass of hydrochloric acid? It's given in the problem, that is 3.65 grams. 3.65 divided by gram molar mass of hydrochloric acid. Gram molar mass of hydrochloric acid HCl, hydrogen atomic mass 1, chlorine atomic mass 35.5, total 36.5. So gram molar mass of hydrochloric acid 36.5 into, since the mass of solvent is given in grams, isn't it? Mass of solvent, water is given in grams, so then it can, here we have, so we'll write 1000 by mass of the solvent in grams. How many grams? 500 grams. Just for simplicity, I am taking these values for easy calculations and just to make you understand. But in actual practice, you may get different values, but the calculation method and calculation method is same. Now 500 ones, 500 twos. Now here 3.65 ones, 3.65 tens. This is 36.5. This is 3.65. That means 2 by 10 we'll get here. 2 by 10 means 1 by 5. 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is 0.2. 0.2 molal. Small m. Molal. If it is molarity, capital M will write, that is pronounced as molar. Dear students, these are the different methods of expressing concentration. This is the basic information. When it comes to competitive exams, you need to practice more. You need to practice more on these problems, and you need to know the interrelationship between molarity and molality, and one more concentration technique, normality also you need to know. Okay, not for board exams, but these relations all helpful for your competitive exams. I hope you understood. This is the basic part of this chapter, so do concentrate. We'll discuss next topic in our next video. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.